Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues of the 14th Congress of the Senate of the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I rise on a matter of personal and collective privilege. The great American poet Robert Lee Frost once wrote, and I quote, "The best way out is through." A leader of men, as we all ought to be in this august chamber, must face and confront an issue, explaining his side, grappling through it like a real leader. Sino man sa atin ang maging tampulan ng mga katanungang kailangang sagutin o panagutan, marapat lamang na tayo mismo ang sumagot. Hindi dapat na iasa sa ilang kasamahang itinuturing na kapantay nating lahat sa loob ng kapita-pitagang bulwagang ito. Sapagkat tayong lahat ay inihalal ng sambayanang Pilipino. Tayong lahat ay tinitingala ng sambayanan bilang mga tunay na leader. Marunong manindigan, may sariling isip, may sariling pananagutan. Kung nais nating maging leader, huwag tayong magtago o mangunyapit sa pundilyo ng pantalon ng ilan nating mga kasamahan. At sakaling may hamon sa ating integridad, dapat lamang natayuan, harapin, at sagutin natin ang mga tanong na tanging tayo lamang, higit kanino man, ang may kaalaman at kakayahang sumagot. Gusto nating ituring na pinuno, matuto tayong tumayo sa sarili nating mga paa. Doon tayo sa harapan, huwag sa likuran o sa isang tabi lamang. Maliban na nga lamang kung tayo ay nagpapanggap at nagkukunwaring may kakayahang mamuno. At lalong hindi nararapat na daanin sa dami ng salapi para lamang mapagtakpan ang maaaring napakalaking kasalanan sa taong bayan. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, it was unfortunate that I was not in the session hall as I had to attend an urgent meeting outside the Senate premises when the distinguished minority leader took the floor and questioned certain actions taken by the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, which I chair. In the succeeding discussion, Mr. President, I will address the points raised by the Honorable Gentleman from Cagayan de Oro City. Before that, Mr. President, let me state for the record that I had, on at least 2 occasions, as the Senate records will bear me out, pleaded right here in this hall to allow the members of the minority bloc to nominate their representatives to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. On as many occasions, they refused to heed my appeal. I now wish to take the opportunity to reiterate that appeal. My reason is as simple as it is significant. The Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges is the only committee given the mandate and power to adjudicate and put a peer to trial. It is the only committee that can recommend to the rest of us the dismissal, suspension, and other sanctions that it may deem proper to impose on an erring colleague based on the facts and evidence presented before it. We all have different obsessions, Mr. President. Some can get obsessed with power, some with fame. Rare, if I may observe, are those obsessed with paranoia. Out of the 3, I truly believe paranoia requires the most in dedication and commitment. Indeed, paranoia requires skill. special skill, if I may say so, Mr. President. Mr. President, after almost 8 years in this office, I have realized that making laws is the easy part of being a senator. Navigating the political landmines is the difficult part. As chairman of the Ethics Committee and on behalf of its members, I am aware that I have to temper the duties of my office and strike a balance between duty and perception, especially when dealing with a respondent with appointed seconds inside and outside this hall, lest I be accused of political railroading. Ginoong Pangulo, habang ang komite ay nagpupulong sa Laurel Room ng Senado noong Miyerkules ng tanghali, sa labas naman ay may mga 20 nakamaskara na may dalang mga animoy laruang pugot ang ulo at ibinibintang sa inyong abang lingkod ang pagpaslang sa halos lahat na yata ng napatay sa Pilipinas. At bakit nga ba tinakpan nila ang kanilang mga muka? Kasing duwag ba sila nang nagbayad sa kanila upang magmarcha at sabayan ang pagdinig ng Committee on Ethics and Privileges? Mr. President, since on this matter at least, we are obsessed with procedures, let us talk about procedures. First of all, for the record, the Committee on Ethics and Privileges has never, I repeat, never issued a report, much less a committee report on the standing complaint of Senator Maria Ana Consuelo A.S. Madrigal against Senator Manuel B. Villar Jr. What was circulated is a mere order. An order that was the result of a careful study by the committee's General Counsel. An order that simply states that the complaint lodged against the senator from Las Piñas is sufficient in form and substance. An order that, according to the rules of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, that was published in the Official Gazette on March 23, 2009, in compliance with the requirements of the law, had to be promulgated and adopted in a regular meeting held last April 15, 2009, before it could finally become valid and enforceable. An order that would accord Senator Villar the right to file his reply within 5 days upon receipt to determine if a preliminary inquiry will take place or not. In other words, Mr. President, the committee meeting held on April 15, 2009 was not a fait accompli. At lalong hindi po ito moro-moro. Rather, it was undertaken either to ratify or reject that order. And again, for the record, even when a complaint is determined to be sufficient in form and substance, such as in the case of Senator Madrigal's complaint, such determination does not necessarily result in the respondent's guilt. Under Section 22A of Rule 4 of the Ethics Committee, the next step is for the committee to conduct a preliminary inquiry. A preliminary inquiry includes an opportunity for any known respondent to present either a written statement or to respond orally to questions of the committee. Apparently, some equate the mere determination of the committee that the complaint complied with